Hello, beautiful people. It's Lulu, and today I'm going to do your pep talk. Got the other big girls out. Well, it's actually a double deck. Okay. Now then, thank you so much for joining me here today. Any information that is provided will more than likely be confirmation of what you already know. I'm just here to say, yep, you were right, basically. All right. Thank you for your like, share, subscribes, and comments. And thank you for your love and support. Port, 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 port. What? Let's get into it. So I'm going to break the deck up because it's very big. So we're going to go with this side first. Keep a song in your heart. Keep a song in your heart. All right. What information do you have here for whoever needs a nice, kind massage? Bodies of water, which has to do with detoxing, purifying, and whatnot, rejuvenating, right? So with this solace bodies of water here, some of you you already know that you need to take some type of spiritual break. You may even know that it is time for you to take some type of vacation or retreat. But overall, getting near flowing water is going to be very important. Doing any type of cleansing that needs to happen, like whatever has been coming up. And while I say that, the 90-day journey to mindfulness will help you recognize, defeat, and prevent certain patterns of behavior. But overall, it will help you recognize, defeat, and prevent when it's time for your ass to take a break. You go ahead and take it, so you prevent yourself from not taking it, because signs will show up in your everyday life that tell you that it's about that time, right? But overall, what I'm getting with this is cleansing. Cleansing, cleansing, cleansing. Especially if you are the type of person who works with a lot of people, there may have been some energies that you picked up that were very strong. This has to do with something, some anger, some frustration. Maybe you had a customer at work that really disregards any and everyone's feelings. And you have to remember, more than likely, it had something to do with other stuff that didn't have anything to do with you. You just happened to be in a position where you got the brunt of their bullshit. But this may be that type of energy that you picked up and you had no idea, because a lot of times people can easily cord with you if you have any type of energetic opening or just a fragmented mind. You already have all of your stuff going on and you put it over to the side, and something may have triggered you by dealing with this person. So that's the message that I got from it, right? Now then, what information do you have here for these beautiful people? Cycles and rhythms. You got to know your cycles and rhythms, right? With this card here, I really feel like this means dance. Some of you may be in a space where it is time for you to really just let loose, get all of your, because that also helps with the nervous system, it helps with the lymphatic system, but overall, it just helps with your energetic flow, right? To unlock and unleash a lot of things that may be blocked or hindering you in certain spaces. So if you could weekly, right? Because it says energy levels and emotions. So I feel like all of it is connected, but however you look at it. But it's time for you to allow yourself to be where you are when you are, but know that that is where you're supposed to be. If you feel like you're not supposed to be in that space and it doesn't go with your natural cycles and rhythms, right? Because we have our own personal natural cycles of rhythm. We have times when we want to play. We have times when we want to work. We have times when we want to relax. We have times when we want to just get up and boogie. Okay, but this really, really, really has to do with your body wisdom as well. This is Maeve. Maeve, I don't know. I'm gonna make it fancy if I don't do nothing else. Oh, I better not do that again. Okay, so there is something here. Maybe some of you haven't touched a dance floor in a very long time. Maybe you are thinking about taking pole classes. But overall, what I saw with this is that there is something being pinpointed to you when you open yourself up to the conscious awareness of what they are trying to show you, right? So there is something that's coming in that's going to show you exactly what dancing movements, it may even be, if you've ever seen the people do the light code movements and stuff like that, that also goes along with any of your other practices, whether you get up in the morning and dance, right, to prepare yourself for the day. And like in the 90-day journey to mindfulness, there's a morning affirmation, and it's more to do with what are you affirming for today based on the feeling that you are in, because it also has 3 separate smiley faces and a sad face to go along with that affirmation. So does it match? Because that's one part of how you command your day. You do meditate and all of that as well. The next one is Dana, the high priestess, something being revealed. Like I said, there's a lot of knowledge within you that can help other people. Remember your pain, what it is that you went through that you can teach, right? Even if you went to school, that's still part of woo, that's still part of it, because there's a lot. Because like for instance, you may have divine knowledge about how you may have went through school and found a way to your family may not have had a lot of money, or if they had any money at all, to assist you. You had to get you a part-time job, which those jobs don't help a lot for college students, right? But it helps just enough. It teaches them valuable lessons. But overall, maybe you found some type of way, there's some type of niche that you created for yourself to be able to, after about the 3rd or 4th semester, or whatever it is, you got in there quick and realized that a lot of stuff that you read and things that people told you, they didn't tell you or teach you this part of the game. And that may be part of that divine knowledge that you came here to share, to help people in that certain age bracket. Very important. That age bracket, to realize what it is that they can do, so that they won't be stressed by what they don't have, and enjoy what they do have, and be mindful of parties, whatever it is, right? It may sound small to you, but overall, there's a need for it, even if they're not in school, right? Cleanse your energy. All right. So some of you, like I said, and that's falling under bodies of water. So some of you really need to go out and cleanse your energy, go out and do some things that are refreshing. It is so important for you all to get some type of vitamin D, right? Get out in the sun, make sure that you take your vitamins or what have you. But overall, this has a lot of negativity, or a lot of things that you were already working on releasing, and now you have to cleanse ever so often whenever you are guided to get rid of it even more. You're going to have to continue to do that until it's gone, unless you get divine instructions that there's a piece of the puzzle missing, which could come with that cycles and rhythms as well. Uplift your thoughts. You want to keep your thoughts as positive as possible, especially in this day and age, and the information that I gave y'all on last year about how that air element was being manipulated and kind of tricky, right? So you want to be very mindful of the thoughts that you keep. This is orange lily and African violet. If you look up those flowers and recognize the meaning of those and what they mean to you, right? Even Solace, Dana, and Maeve too. Maeve. Okay. Now, with this orange lily, it says focus your attention on the many blessings that surround you. By doing so, you'll let go of depression, poor self-esteem, and excess weight. Now, with that poor self-esteem, that can block you and stop you. It depends on what it is that is triggering those self-esteem issues, right? You want to go ahead and make peace with where you are, and just make a to-do list on how you want to change the things that you don't like. With the excess weight, it's important to drop certain energies from your body. Excessive weight can latch on, especially if you've been very, very emotional about something. You've been on some emotional eating. You may have even been trying to protect yourself, right? Because it's a protection, a blubber of protection, actually. Now, that's not to say that some people aren't meant to be in the weight class in which they are, right? So you want to go back and read the Convoluted Universe, even though it's a big book and it's been coming up a lot lately, right? In the study last year, we went over, well, they did. I allowed them to talk about it, right? Maybe a year before last. But overall, that may be a good book to start. But overall, you can just look into any type of weight gain that you've had, and where is it? What part of the body is it located the most? And you also want to look at your genetic link to that as well, because I know in my family, we gain weight in certain places, and it's like when we gain weight at this place first, and then it moves to this place, and then that place, right? And that also goes along the line with the bloodline and how they deal with things, right? There's a strong connection with that as well. So you also can restructure that. And I remember a really good friend of mine some time ago, may he rest in peace, was telling me that there's a way for a person that is overweight to have a child that doesn't have any of the genetic fibers of the weight, because the person actually worked on what they needed to, and by doing so, when they when they got pregnant, not only because of the father, right, but not they worked on parts of themselves that had to do with that, and the child never gained weight, right? All right, so then we have your wishes are coming true, which is the sweet pea. All right. And it says your heart has been longing for is coming closer each day. Just continue to keep positive thoughts, positive actions, positive, like your deeds and your thoughts need to match, basically. Okay, whatever. But your deeds and your actions, your deeds and your thoughts need to match, right? Whether at home or out in the public space, right? When you have to deal with people, it's a very good thing to work on, because that way you won't be confused in who you are and how you are and why you are, right? Because if you have to be someone, I'm talking about totally different. Like if I got on here and was like, and now we have bodies of water. Bodies of water has, that ain't me. Okay. Thank you. If I don't do me, my name ain't what it is. Now, we got hatha, receptivity. Everything that is lining up to this is going to, there's a lot of information coming into you first and foremost. That's one of the biggest things. But the uplift your thoughts is at the middle of this. So receptivity is very important. You need to allow yourself to receive in order for you to be able to receive the influx of information that is coming through. Be able to receive the divine instruction and be ready to move on that instruction as it comes through. But also with that increase in energy, that increase in intuition, that increase in your ability to be mindful, present, and aware is so important. Like I was telling them, because we do a little Java once a day. And like I was telling them on a little Java last week, right? When it comes to being mindful, present, and aware, because we have to be out here and dealing with people and dealing with circumstances and living our life and going through our own personal journey and experiences, it's not going to be easy for you to constantly be in that meditative space, because it's literally a meditative space, okay? But the more that you work on it and the more that you realize when you need to refocus and recenter so that you can pull yourself back into that space, it makes all the more difference. I promise you. Get the journal. Now then, endings and beginnings, Kali. Thank you, Kali. Now then, this says that it is important that you release a lot of the things that are coming to you. If you ask, it'll come in, that what it is that is blocking you, what it is that you need to release, what it is that may be a hindrance to you, what it is that needs to go the fuck away. Because with this old must be released here, I feel as though there's a gift here. Whatever you feel like that gift would be, it's there. But I also feel as though there's some moon energy in this that is going to have a silver lining in it. So some of you around the next moon phase may feel as though things won't work out, or you're not looking too far ahead, or you're not even really present. You may be in a space where you've been down in the dumps, you may have been depressed, anxiety filled, whatever it is, just feel worry, stress, whatever it is. You're going to see the silver lining in any darkness. See it back there? The silver lining in any darkness is going to be revealed to you. It's like everything else is going to move out the way for you to get the truth in the situation in which you find yourself. You are a spiritual teacher. Now, that is falling under your wishes coming true. You're a spiritual teacher, and then we have High Priestess. So it is very important that you remember that there's a lot of wisdom within each and every one of you that can be shared with people, right? Whether this be whatever your job is, whatever that is, right? There's always someone waiting for you to turn on the light of your lighthouse and allow it to flag about, so that they will be able to see clearly where it is that they can go and how they can go. Whether they show you that they get it or not, that's not your responsibility. What is your responsibility is knowing that you have divine knowledge, but you ain't better do nothing. Because I really was going to say better, like I did. But it's very important that you remember that you were born to do whatever it is that you are doing. You were born to do the things in the way that you do it, right? Because you are whole, separate, and unique. And the whole part, it can be a conversation about being whole. You are whole, and you are becoming every day, all day, every day. You were born with the innate knowledge of who you are. It's just getting back to that part. Because in the beginning you were, and by the end you will be. Right? So I pray that this message resonates with some of you here. And if you made it this far, drop a banana, because this banana been staring at me, bitch. Drop a banana down below if you made it this far.